These channels. Here are the headlines of our edition tonight. The main titles are the day of glory for the team of Arta for the second time. On continental news, Lord's bloc no deal opposition remains against new elections. Welcome if you join us. The Center of Training for Teacher has hosted a training for English teacher for the third year. The English inspections in the partnership with the CFEF carry out this training for English teacher in capacity building. The objective of this training is to allow teacher to better master daily function and the competence of the communication methods. Training provided by an expert, Mrs. Jenas, inspector of the pedagogical advisors. This training will last from September 2 to 5 and will help them better acquire the skills of the communication methods and the practice of syllabic in reading when teaching English in 3-year classes. As a reminder, the teaching of the English language is widespread in all classes of third year of the basis. The year of experimentations in the pilot school has been fruitful. The bus union of Ali Sabih region in collaboration with the regional council organized this morning a vast cleaning operation at the bus station of the city Asajog. This day of waste collection started very early this morning at the Ali Sabih road stations in the presence of the member of the regional council, the vice president of the regional council, Mr. Nur Saeed Gildon, the staff Union of Transport at the head of Al Sabih Bus Union, Mr. Mahdi Ali Wassama. For his part, the vice president of the regional council, Mr. Nur Saeed Gildon, said he was extremely satisfied with the smooth running of the cleaning day. As part of the fight against smuggling in all of its form, yesterday morning, customs officers in stations Beka 51 in collaboration with the gendarme intercepted a bus at the checkpoint of Beka 51. During a thorough search of the vehicle, a significant amount of contraband cat was found. The entirety of the seized goods was destroyed by fire and by the agents in the presence of the gendarme. The Secretary of State for Youth and Sports, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil, kicked off the final of the 26th editions of the Artist Summer Football Tournament on Friday. Also taking part in this colorful final, the prefect of the region, Mr. Abdullahi Darar Kiye, the president of the regional council, Mr. Elmi Bouh Gudade, and the colonel of the rapid action regiment, Mr. Ibrahim Ali Farah, the commander of the Arta, Mahmoud Aden Farah, and the company of the chief medical officer, Yaqub. This legendary summer championship had put 8 teams in the running and has been held every summer since 1985. Historically, the country's most feared footballers, those of yesterday and today, shone brightly in this Arta football tournament. As this and now on continental news, especially the House of Lords adopted on Friday the draft law requiring Boris Johnson to request a postponement of the Brexit to avoid an exit without EU approval. This opposition text must be approved by the Queen, who last week approved the suspensions of Parliament thought by Boris Johnson. A week after Boris Johnson's approval of the suspensions of Parliament, the sovereign will have to approve the legislation passed by the House of Lords on Friday to block the United Kingdom's exit from the European Union without agreement. Very political act for the Queen, traditionally neutral. Ukraine and Russia made an unprecedented exchange of 70 prisoners, a first step, according to Kiev, towards the end of the war in the east of the country. 2 planes carrying 35 prisoners each, including Ukrainian filmmaker Oleg Sentosov, landed simultaneously in Moscow and Kiev in the middle of the day. Western capital immediately welcomed the exchange, perhaps a giant first step towards peace, according to German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who called for the continuation of the peace process with Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine. Here we arrived at the end of this news. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.